Hello everyone, hello to my YouTube subscribers, my Facebook group members, and anyone who has found their way to this video who wants to learn more about how to play the guitar in a modern and kind of easy way that I've developed on my own for the past 2 years. But I started playing guitar when I was about 20, a little bit off and on, and I've just kept it going a little bit. And in the past few years I've been intensifying my studies on guitar and coming up with guitar charts. So that gives birth to the Andy's free guitar chart videos. They started out as Andy's free guitar charts, and you might see a label on the bottom of them that says like an Andy super guitar chart. That's if the chart has a whole bunch of stuff, and I'll show you one of them. Okay, so this is one of the Andy super guitar charts. You can kind of see the label here, original free super guitar. That just means that the chart has a lot to it. In this case, this chart takes on, and this is before I had the videos going, so down over here, if we undock the chart, we can see, okay, no, this is actually still a video chart. So I'm usually surprised when I see things like this, but as you can see, this has a lot of information in one chart. So that's why I call them super guitar charts sometimes, but I don't do that anymore, because if I ever had a super guitar chart, this is it. What do we have here? We have these guys up here, and I'm just going to bring them to the front here first of all. Okay, so I'm going to really expand this, and we're going to look at these patterns here. This is the key to the chart. This is how you interpret the charts. It's not how, I don't know how to interpret, you know, a chart other than to say this is P4 tuning. As you know, P4 tuning would be, if you played P4 tuning, it would be the bottom 4 strings would just be perfect fourths. Okay, the fourth of the G would be the C, and the fourth of that C would be the F again. So it would you know, be like a circle of fourths. Starting from the E, you go E, A, D, G, C, and F. And it would go on and on and on from there. So that's perfect fourths tuning. And the reason why I started with perfect fourths tuning, I don't know, it just because I started identifying patterns as we played the pentatonic scales. So looking at this, for instance, with these patterns right here, and these are going to be used, we're going to be playing them today. The S2L, L is for long, L is just for long. So the S2L pattern, okay, and I forgot what I was talking about, but we'll be playing these patterns, okay? So these are the notes, and this isn't perfect fourths, that's what I was talking about, perfect fourths. So in other words, every note here is a perfect fourth below the other one, or a perfect fifth below, goes up a perfect fourth. So the R straight up goes to a 4. So it's a perfect fourth interval from root to fourth. So in the key of C, if we find a root there on the, I don't know, let's say this was the bottom string, so it would be the 3rd string root right here. Up a fourth from there would be the C. So that's what perfect fourths tuning is. Every single interval between these virtual strings here, these are little stringlets here, little groups of 4 frets each. This one only has 3, and I call them string shapes. And now I labeled them. Where did they come from? Well, it turns out It isn't always how they came to be was this way or that way, but it turns out that they are the bottom string notes in each of the CAGED system scales. Okay, so the CAGED system is a pentatonic scale. Alright, so starting from 3, if we started a pentatonic scale in the key of C, it would be like this. It would be okay, so it would be that's I played that note on the piano because I don't know, you know, if I'm not paying attention, I don't know exactly how high to bring that up. A little bit of coffee, but it's decaf. So that's a pentatonic scale starting on 3. We take it 3 notes at a time. So the bottom strings there, the bottom 3, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. That gets the label C because 3, 4, 5 is in the C box. Here's our C. Now this capo is where your hard fret nut is. There would be nothing underneath but music box. I have this because I down-tuned this guitar so that, why? So that I could have the C down here. Big deal, right? Now I have the curse of having to play these long patterns to get my C. So that's why I put the C there. I thought the answer to all my problems was but it wasn't, right? Because that's all the same shape. And what, you know, what does it mean? I don't know. I didn't know what it meant. I knew I was kind of shortcutting music theory if I was playing all the same shape, just doing a major or a minor. Now, what are all those same shapes? I'll show you because I have a chart just for that. Okay, now let's look at this. Say we're playing that E shape. What happens when we play that E shape? Okay, we start with that E major. Well, let's start right there as our E major. We're going to go E major to the next E minor up. And then we're going to pick up the third E minor over here. But watch this now. We go to an E major there. E minor to E major, just a half step. Then we go to an E shaped 5th, an E minor shaped 6th, and an E minor diminished 5th kind of thing, shaped half diminished, which is a half tone below this regular E. That's what's really happening when you do everything in the key in the E shape. And this thing. This one's kind of like that's your half diminished, or it's basically a B minor diminished 5th. So it's like the E minor is half step below the E shape, major shaped. The E half diminished, I guess B half diminished rather, is a half step below the root E shape, but it also has a diminished 5th. So it's pretty much B minor 7th minus 5. Anyway, that's what that is. And I guess we could just kind of X out of that. And let's get back to our patterns. They're moving sideways. That's very interesting.